What is going on, Pats Nation? You guys already know who it is. Patriots Global back here with another video. And in this one, we are doing yet again another breakdown for the New England Patriots training camp. This is, if my mind is telling me the right thing, day 5. Again, yesterday I told you guys once you reach that kind of day 4, day 5 range, you kind of start to forget what day it is and everything kind of starts clumping together. But yes, day 5. Today is the first official day of pads. What does that mean? This is where we start to take things away more. This is actual contact. This isn't guys going up against air. This isn't would-be sacks, would-be pressures. Like, this is the closest thing we've had to football since the New England Patriots Week 18 against the Buffalo Bills. So without further ado, let's roll that Patriots Global intro and hop into today's video. Before we do continue things on, I want to give a massive shout out to just all of you guys, because you in just a couple of days have absolutely started to light up the Discord. We have a little bit over 100 members already in our Pats Nation Discord. Like I told you guys before, this is just a free, fun thing I wanted to do. A big group of all Patriots fans, all just NFL fans in general, anybody really that wants to join, but really just a Patriots Nation community where we can all come together, talk Patriots football, talk how the league moves are going to affect the Patriots. Today, we're talking about the AFC East, the Jets. Who do we think will end up on top and kind of the order and outlook overall for the Patriots? So we're having a lot of fun in there so far. So if you want to come join us, come join the discussion, meet some people, and just constantly talk Patriots football, literally anytime you want. It is going to be in the description box below, a link that will take you right there, and in the comment section below too. So come on over, join us in the Discord. So moving on here to general notes, as we always start with guys that were absent. Ty Montgomery still out. I was hoping that maybe they were trying to go a little easy on him so that he could come back for pads. But it looks like whatever this collision was really was a bigger collision than we originally thought, because Terez Hall was pretty shaken up too. He missed a day, then he came back, and then he missed yet again today. So both of these players being very much affected by whatever that collision was about 3 days ago. We obviously know the kind of position that Ty Montgomery's in. He could be a very key, pivotal piece to this offense, especially from a third down pass catching back out of the backfield. Really that James White role, that Shane Vereen role that we haven't seen from the Patriots in so long and say that they've needed. But if Ty Montgomery can't get on the field, especially at a consistent level, he's not going to be that guy. So Ty Montgomery got to get back to practice soon. But this is, I believe, 3 days in a row that we have not seen him. We all know Bill Belichick said the day after that injury that he is considered day to day. Calvin Anderson, Mike Onwenu, and Cody Davis, all 3 guys that started on the PUP for training camp, continue to be on the PUP list and are still not at practice. Jake Andrews, the rookie center / guard, we saw him out yesterday. He also continues to be out. We don't know why he's out. We don't know what he's dealing with. It doesn't seem like it was a injury in practice, at least anything that was reported. So question marks there for him. Like I said, Terez Hall also out yet again today. Guys who returned, Keyshawn Boutte returned today. Guys who were limited, Ramondre Stevenson, Trent Brown, Matthew Judon, and of course, Marte Mapu. Very interesting approach that the New England Patriots are taking here and that Belichick is taking here, right? We know that Matthew Judon has been very limited throughout practice, and we heard, well, they're going to lead it up to putting on the pad so that Matt Judon can just go full out. You know, they can kind of preserve him for the season. But we saw him at, yet again, a limited capacity even with pads on. Trent Brown, also limited capacity. They came onto the field, and then later on, those guys left. Same thing with Ramondre Stevenson. So I feel like the Patriots are taking a bit of a different approach with some of these key players, some of these veteran players, the guys that you kind of look and you say, if I have 5-10 guys that I pick from this entire team that need to stay healthy and play full season and be at the top of their prime, it's going to be these guys. And it looks like Belichick is limiting those specific guys. especially some of these guys that have dealt with injuries. I mean, Ramondre Stevenson dealt with an injury towards the end of the season. Trent Brown obviously deals with injuries. And Matthew Judon could be dealing with something, but probably is more of a just trying to keep him healthy and just trying to keep him as much in the tank, for lack of better words, as possible, as juvenated as possible from week 1 to the end of the season, because we do know that, towards the end of the season, sometimes Judon can get gassed. So if the Patriots can get a full season of Matthew Judon, that could be a pivotal piece for them. No guests today. A lot of emphasis on running the ball today. I was hoping that there would be more emphasis on passing the ball today. Unfortunately, at least for today's padded practice, that's not what we saw. It was very much a run the ball type of day. Really wasn't much to take away in terms of the passing game. A lot of it was screen plays and quick passes. That's mainly what they focused on today. And for a padded practice, there wasn't as much momentum today as I thought there was going to be. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that it's from a veteran perspective and a coaching perspective that Belichick probably sat his guys down and said, guys, don't go full force. And supposedly at some point during today's practice, Belichick actually had to pull players aside in a group that they usually do if there's a fight and say, hey, guys, dial it down. There's no point in getting injured right now, especially because by the title, you can tell there were a lot of injury scares today and a lot of guys ultimately leaving practice. Now, opposite of last year, the self-inflicted wounds in terms of the Patriots offense seem to be very much few and far between. That kind of approach that Bill O'Brien has taken on is showcasing itself. And, we've talked about it from players performing better and the offense just performing better in general. But that all starts with being more strict and just playing clean, dry football, something the Patriots have been known for years to do, right? No false starts, know your role, know the play. Those pivotal fundamentals need to be hammered into this offense before anything else can get figured out. And it seems like that is something that is 100% being figured out. Now, Cole Strange today got tangled up with Lawrence Guy on a run blocking drill. Trainers did check him out with his left leg. He was able to walk off the field without any assistance, but he did have some type of limp. He wasn't at practice for the majority of the time, but then he did ultimately come back after performing some drills. He just didn't practice. So he was able to come back, which does show us rather that this probably is not anything too much to worry about and that this probably isn't a serious injury. Now, Scotty Washington and Chasen Hines both had stints in the medical tent today. New England Patriots, a new wide receiver that they recently signed, former 49er, Jalen Hurd, was also checked out by the trainers. Nothing bad was said about those guys, so I'd assume that they would all be fine. We're going to see tomorrow how that injury report ultimately is. If those guys are not at practice, we start to take things away a little bit, but if they're limited, then they should be okay. Just give them a few days. But obviously an issue for somebody like Jalen Hurd throughout his entire career that's kept him from actually being able to live up to the 3rd round pick that he once was. And it seems like it's already biting him in the butt. And then another injury here. Patriots safety Brad Hawkins had to be assisted off the field today. So he wasn't able to walk off on his own power. He did not come back, but this was during 11-on-11 drills. Appeared to be a lower body injury. He punched the ground. He got up and was moving afterwards, but still didn't return to practice and needed help still getting off. So before we continue on to each individual position, because like I said, this is a more in-depth video today because there's more notes. There's more to take away that the media was able to give us. I want to give you guys a little look into how you can make some quick and easy money. Supports the channel. It supports you guys. It's really a give and take type of situation. And I was really happy that I was able to partner up with the app Sleeper in order to finally give back to you guys. A lot of you donate. A lot of you, super chats all the time or buy the merch. Several different ways are supporting me, and I can't thank you enough. And this is a way that I'm able to give back to you and put some money in your pockets. So just listen up for the next 60 seconds. Guys, listen up because I'm about to give you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make some serious money. So if you're somebody who likes money and who doesn't like free, easy money, then don't skip and listen up. Go ahead and download the Sleeper app right now, guys. Sleeper is the best parlay player prop service that you are going to find around. They also have some of the best odds for you to bet on to guarantee yourself some easy money, such as anytime touchdown, and you can bet on anything, all the way from the NFL to the MLB to the NHL and even college football and college basketball. I'm going to put a link in the description box and the comment section below for you guys to download the Sleeper app. Make sure to use my code GLOBAL because they will match your first deposit just by using that promo code GLOBAL. So for example, if you deposit $20, guess what? Now you have $40 free to bet with. This is your time to make some serious money, my friends. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out the Sleeper app. This offer isn't here forever. So if you guys want to make some serious cash, now is your opportunity to do so. Go ahead and check out the Sleeper app. Guys, like I said, and I've said it in past videos, and I'm going to say it one more time real quick. Well, not one more time because you're going to hear me say it in the next video too, but this is a limited time deal. So this isn't something you're going to be able to get, 4 or 5 months from now. So get it while you can. It's probably only going to be here for another month, maybe 2. We're going to see how it ultimately goes and how interested you guys are in doing it. But again, hit on a bet. This is my little tip to you. Put your money on a bet that is 90 to 99% guaranteed to hit, right? So if you know anything about betting, you're going to put in, let's say, $20. Because you use that promo code GLOBAL, that $20 turns into $40. And you're going to put on a bet that's very likely to hit. So you're not going to get much of an income from it, right? Because that $40 might only turn into $45 because of how likely it is to hit. But you put in $20 and you're getting $45 out. You're getting an extra $25 just by doing this. And obviously, the more money you put in, the more money you're ultimately going to get, right? Put in $50, that becomes $100, and then you could make upwards to $120 just by putting on a bet that is easily going to hit. So you put in 50 and now have over $100 because of this, guys. I'm telling you, this is an excellent opportunity to make some real cash, guys. Seriously, check it out. I did it. Easy money in your pocket. Easy. It's summertime. You want to do a couple more things. Now's your time to do it. Moving on to each individual position, though, quarterbacks. You're going to see that this really was a run game day when I tell you these statistics. Mac Jones was 8 for 10. Bailey Zappi was 4 for 8. McSorley was 2 for 6. No interceptions by these quarterbacks today. There's no statistics for these quarterbacks in 11 on 11s, and there's no statistics for these quarterbacks in 7 on 7s. Now, Malik Cunningham, the UDFA that's been working really not even primarily as a wide receiver, but only as a wide receiver, exclusively as a wide receiver, was getting some work today as a quarterback for the first time during 4-man drills. Moving on to the running backs. You would think from a running back heavy day, there'd be more to take away, but there just wasn't, probably because there was a lot of injuries, especially to the offensive line. Kevin Harris had a drop today in the receiving game. Pierre Strachan had a great goal line rep where he was able to push the pile in for a touchdown. Excellent rep from a guy who we're hoping can take a big piece to this offense this upcoming season, but does need to showcase himself. And then Kevin Harris was the top running back today in most drills with Ramondre out of there. Now, the Patriots are so thin at running back, that the Patriots wide receiver coach had to step in and play some running back for the team. He played it in college, so it wasn't like, it was just somebody off the streets playing a position they don't know how to play. But the fact that a coach had to step in at that position because of injury scares and just a lack of depth at that position just goes to show you that the Patriots are going to add a running back. They have to add a running back at this point because they're even thinner than they were last year. And there was a point where Ramondre was really the only running back that you had. But Kevin Harris did break off a couple of long runs in 11, couple of good catches. Overall, a very good day for him. He said that this offseason, he really worked on trying to be faster and trying to just be a better receiving back out of the backfield. And those two things have definitely showcased themselves. Another interesting tidbit here is that Jelani Tavai, the linebacker, was actually playing some fullback on the goal line during goal line drills today. This is something that I tweeted out. I was like, what does this remind you of? And there's just a picture of a Landon Roberts, right? 2019, before Landon Roberts leaves, He was a guy that got a lot of looks at fullback, weirdly, for the Patriots, because that's the year that they lost James Devlin and Jakob Johnson. I don't think that they would put Jelani Tavai there if they just weren't going to use him as a fullback ever. Don't expect him to be a full-time fullback. Don't expect to see this every single game. This is something that you'll see from time to time for sure, and it'll be a fun little thing, and teams will know exactly what's going on, but it's not something you're going to see on a regular basis. So calm down a little bit. But hey, if you're lucky enough, go to the Sleeper app, bet on Jelani Tavai to get a touchdown, even put $1 on that thing, you're going to be a millionaire. Millionaire. And I'm telling you, nobody else is going to know it except for you because you watched this video. Moving on to the wide receivers, Jalen Hurd and Raleigh Webb had a drop today. Juju Smith-Schuster had a team high of 4 catches today, and Kendrick Bourne is finally in the mix as he hauled in a touchdown pass from Bailey Zappi. Demario Douglas's name continues to be heard as he threw a great block on a screen pass that got several fist pumps from Bill Belichick and a great reaction from Mac Jones. Boy, oh boy, if you're Demario Douglas, what else can you ask for at this point? Demario Douglas, welcome to the 53-man roster, baby, because nobody, not Jalen Hurd, not Keyshawn Boutte, not Ed Lee, there's nobody at this point, unless you trade for a wide receiver, one that's going to pass Demario Douglas on this roster, as long as he stays healthy, knock on wood. But there's no one that's going to get past him, right? Because every single day, he's in the mix for touchdowns. Every single day, no matter who he's working with, whether it's Zappi or whether it's Mac Jones, he's constantly involved. He's running with the first team for the most part every single day. And the question marks with how small he is, how good of a blocker would he be? Looks like he's doing very well as a blocker despite his size. And when Belichick and your starting quarterback are giving you physical praise and vocal praise publicly, just buy your Demario Douglas jerseys now, honestly. Speaking of Keyshawn Boutte, he was getting some work today with the starting unit during red zone installation drills. This was the first time that we've seen him running with the first team offense all camp. So I don't think there's really anything to take away. I just think the Patriots are trying everything possible to be more efficient in the red zone because they've struggled with it big time so far in camp. And they were literally the last team, the most least efficient team when reaching the red zone last year. So something they really have to improve on. But he also made a really awesome sideline catch on a back shoulder throw. He may not have gotten his feet in, but nonetheless, to make that type of play was elite. Nothing on the tight ends overall today. Moving on to the offensive line. Your first team offensive line today was rough for the first day of practice. From left to right, you had Riley Reiff, Cole Strange, David Andrews, Bill Murray, and Connor McDermott. The only 2 guys from the starting unit we saw today, starting unit from what we've seen in camp so far, is David Andrews and Bill Murray. Cole Strange, I said, he was in there a little bit, especially early on, but the guy that was in there more today, starting at left guard, because Cole Strange for the majority wasn't there, was Antonio Mafi. This was the first time that we have seen a rookie offensive lineman actually be plugged in with the first team. We haven't heard anything about City So, Antonio Mafi, Jake Andrews. So it looks like Antonio Mafi is the guy that will be plugged in as a backup left guard, and Murray is your backup right guard. And then Andrew Stuber finally getting his name heard a little bit today. He occasionally saw some reps at left tackle with the starters today. Obviously, the Patriots having Trent Brown out and whatnot, Riley Reiff struggling. He was the guy that got the nod to get some looks. And then as for the defensive line, Christian Barmore and Carl Davis both had sacks today. Good day for the interior of the defensive line. Dietrich Wise and Sam Roberts had to run a lap for jumping off sides in 11-on-11s. Moving on to the linebackers, Marte Mapu again got reps with the starting linebackers today in 11s. Like I said before, it seems like he's getting looks at safety with the second team, but when he's with the first team, he's getting looks at starting linebacker. As for cornerbacks, pass breakups, Isaiah Bolden had one. A guy, the 7th-round pick rookie, is continuing to showcase himself as a defensive piece. He's a guy that I thought could be a good rotational piece defensively, but I thought would showcase himself more as a kick returner. So far, if he makes his team, it's going to be as that 5th or 6th defensive back. As for safeties, Jabril Peppers had a big hit on a goal line drill today. He continues to stand out. And then moving on to special teams, average hang time today, Bryce Behringer with a 5:04 time, and then Waitman with a 4:40. It doesn't seem like there's much of a competition right now between these punters. Obviously, we've only had 2 days with times, but the 2 days we've seen with times, Bryce Behringer is doing way, way better. Waitman was beating him out in OTAs and minicamp. Definitely minicamp. Behringer had some good days to start OTAs, but in camp, and it's a what have you done for me lately? There's absolutely no battle between those two. Punt returners today were Demario Douglas, Marcus Jones, and Miles Bryant. Miles Bryant did muff a punt today. No surprise there. He was doing it pretty much every single game day that he was given the opportunity to do so. For the love of God, do not put Miles Bryant as a return man, I beg of you. And then Malik Cunningham was getting regular work as a gunner on special teams today. Another opportunity for him to make this final roster. But what are your guys' thoughts on today's first day of padded practice recaps? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to leave a big, big, big like on this video and subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news and commenting your thoughts because, guys, liking the video, commenting, sharing, it helps the algorithm out so much more than you can ever know in making sure these videos do well, the channel grows. So if you guys want to support the channel and you want to do it from a free standpoint and do it when it takes less than a second, those are the best ways to do it, and I would really appreciate it. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Make sure you guys check out Sleeper. But without further ado, I'm Colby from Patriots Global, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.